KU. I'm Lucy Foley.
And I'm Ryan Burns, and we'll be your hosts for this evening's show.
So we have a good list of fun things going on today. So first we have a special game we're going to play, which we'll get to in a minute. And then we have a special guest, which is a grad student from Brazil.
We've got Emma and Hannah with the news, and Braden with the weather.
Okay, so we're going to play a game called Wordle, which is
It's super fun. It's
popular.
like a viral game. It's like you can play it once a day. Everyone's playing it, and we're going to play it today. Lucy hasn't played today, so.
So Ryan's going to explain it to you while I pull it up here.
So basically you can see that there's 5 letters, and then you've got 6 tries. So each time you guess a word. So Lucy, you guess a word.
So the first word I'm going to guess is loser. Then you click enter.
Okay, so if it shows up yellow, that means that, we've got a yellow L and the E and the R are green. So basically if it shows up yellow, that means that the letter is somewhere else in the word, but it's not in your word, because you're trying to get like one word. Like we're trying to find out this one word.
And since it's green, E and R are green, which means that they're in the right place. So now I have to guess another word with the L and then the ER in the same place. So let me think. What should I put?
I know the
Any
word,
ideas,
so I
anyone?
can't help.
You guys want to?
No.
Give me a word.
Go, think. I guess I can help.
Yeah, just give me some. Because they don't want to take forever.
I know.
ER words with an L. I can't think.
The only word that I'm thinking of is the actual word, because I know it. You could do, and you don't have to, like she doesn't necessarily have to have one with ER at the end, just like to try out more letters.
I'm seriously trying to.
Alter.
Oh, okay, good guess. We're gonna try alter. Oh.
And yes, so we got the L in the right place and the ER in the right place.
Good
So
guess.
what else could you put, Lucy?
Oh gosh. Okay. Let me think. Is it a P? P-O.
Just thinking.
Okay, I know there's gonna be 2 E's. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Think,
Guys.
think.
P. I can't. Okay. E. Okay, let's try E-L.
Just try something. Just try anything. Because if you get it on your 3rd, that's really good. Like, I feel like a lot of the times I get it on my 4th one, but 3 is really good. 2, I've gotten 1 time, just like a lucky guess. I've never gotten it on the first try, though.
Okay, I'm going to try elder. Oh. Hey! Okay, so that took me a little bit.
No, but that is actually really
3
good.
tries
like,
is
getting
super
3
good.
tries is good.
So for me, my streaks, so it comes up every day you do it, your statistics add up. So my max streak is 3, current streak is 1, and I have 67% win rate, and I've played for 6 days.
It's so fun, like, because now I've been playing for, like, I feel like a couple weeks, so my streak is, like, 23 days or something. Yeah. It's so fun. Every morning I wake up, and I just get on my phone, so excited.
I know, Ryan's the one who got me into it.
Yeah, I try not to play, like, I try not to stay up, because if the time passes 12, I'm like, now I know there's a new Wordle out. And I try not to play.
Nothing to do.
And then I have nothing to do when I wake up. Like, I literally do it. It's my first thought when I wake up for some reason, because I get so excited to play.
There was a cute story, though, behind why he made it.
Oh,
or
yeah.
the person who made it.
The guy who made it, it like blew up because, he made it for his wife because she was like, she loved word games. And he wanted to like make something for her every day.
So cute.
And, yeah, so that's just cute.
Really cute story.
And then it blew up, but the New York Times bought it, I saw. So hopefully they said for like the time being, it's still going to be a free game because you literally just type in Wordle.com and that's how you play. But the New York Times has like those little games that you can play, but
it is a good icebreaker too. Like, have you played
the Wordle today? Yeah, that's why we're talking about it.
Yeah. So another thing we wanted to talk about is the weather today. How amazing
it is super nice, and Braden's going to tell us more about that. But
yeah, that's going to be later.
No, but it's so nice. It's so nice outside today. It was like pretty cold this morning. Not cold, but like I had to wear my coat.
We actually walked here.
We did walk here.
So It's a good day. Get outside, get some exercise.
Outside. I love it. I can't stand the days where I don't go outside at all.
Yeah, you never know with Kansas. It could be cold
No,
next
I know.
week,
I wasn't expecting it. I brought my
warm.
coat. I walked with my coat. I was like, I could take it off.
Which we are going to find out later.
Yeah,
Brayden. So we don't want to spoil
about weather for the rest of the week. Because
weather.
honestly, I don't even know what it's going to be like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I know. So how was your weekend, though?
Well, it was good, but...
It was great. Great weekend. Euphoria. Watch Euphoria next week.
All right, so we'll be back with a short break, and we'll get to hear from a grad student from Brazil.
Why doesn't my skin look like theirs? Why is my nose so big? I'm never gonna look like those girls.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
I'm Aritada. Welcome back to Good Evening KU, and this is Faye. She is a grad student from Brazil. Me and Faye coincidentally went to the exact same high school, just about 8 years apart. So we had a lot of the same teachers, which is really coincidental and cool.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to be sharing with you all a little bit of my experience. And as she mentioned, I was an exchange student in 2013 here in Kansas, and I went to Mill Valley High School, and that's how
where I went.
Yeah, the same high school she went to. So it's very exciting to be here and to be talking to you.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about why you chose KU and why you wanted to pursue a further academic.
Perfect. Yeah, so as I mentioned, I was an exchange student here in Kansas. And then I think leaving the US in 2013 and seeing all my friends coming to KU and taking pictures with the Jayhawk and just going to all the basketball games, that really started me, I started to have this feeling I really want to go to that place. But when I graduated in high school, I went back to Brazil, and I went to a university there, and it was a journalism university, and it was an amazing experience, but that feeling of really wanting to be a KU student one day was still within me.
Yeah.
And then when I graduated, I was working professionally, working with the sports, but I decided to try to apply to come to KU, and here I am now.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit of what was some of the work you did in Brazil and just different stuff you learned and stuff like that.
I've done a lot of stuff related to sports mainly for the last 6 years. It's been kind of a journey. Just an interesting kind of funny fact is that I knew nothing about sports when I started working with it. I basically was an intern for a show that looks a lot like this one made by the students. And then I got the opportunity to start working for a sports website. But they actually invited me to do the interview, and I knew nothing about sports. And when I say I knew nothing about sports, I really mean it.
Yeah.
And I had to take a test, and it was a 10-question test asking things about sports, and I didn't know how to answer any of the questions. And then I said, well, honestly, I know nothing about sports, but I'm willing to learn.
Yeah.
And that's how I got into the sports world. And then I worked at ESPN Brazil and at a local channel and local news about sports too.
Yeah.
And that's been a very, very interesting thing. And now I have a blog currently about women's sports.
Okay.
Access it. Go there, go to the website, Entre Linhas. It's in Portuguese, that's the language we speak in Brazil. But it's been a nice journey to speak a little bit about women's soccer, because it's something that doesn't get a lot of attention in the media in Brazil, but it's something that I really believe it's important as a journalist and as a woman. So
yeah, and that's so cool that you learned so many different concepts and stuff that you could bring back to KU and teach other people here that are in the same position as you were.
Yeah, it's very nice, and also just to be able to see and to learn from all this new people I'm meeting, all the students. I believe we always learn from the things and from people that we meet. So it's been really, really fun, and just getting to know everybody. This amazing studio that we have here at KU. So I'm really thankful and really enjoying all the new experience.
And that's so good that you have so many different like versatile stuff that you can do with like sports media versus like news and info. That's always really good to have like very different skills that you can work with, because it's very good for just like the work when you get out into the work field and having different skills.
Exactly. I like to say that I'm a journalist who works with sports, not a sports journalist. Because I think we need to be able to talk about health, or to talk about economy, and to talk about sports. Kind of, it's nice if we can talk about the things we love, but we as journalists should be able to talk about things that we might not really love, but it's important for people to know. So I believe it's part of our mission as professionals.
So do you have any like further plans to go back to Brazil, or any visiting plans, or any fun stuff like that?
Yes, I'm going back to Brazil in June this year, and a fun fact is that I have a twin sister. She's coming to the US to visit me in March. It's our birthday, so we're gonna celebrate our birthday together, and that's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
And then in June, I'm going back to Brazil, and I'm gonna spend a month and a half there.
Really?
And it's gonna be a fun thing just to see all my family and friends, because I moved to the US during the pandemic. And because of that, I was taking very seriously the pandemic, so I was not seeing people at all in person. So I wasn't able to say goodbye to my family and to my friends. So it's going to be really fun just to be able to say hello and goodbye.
Yes.
To everybody.
Thank you so much for coming on here and sharing some of your knowledge with us.
Thank you. Thank you. It was really a pleasure.
Welcome back. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Emma, and this is your Monday Good Evening KU News Update. Much of the world was saddened this weekend after the search for a 5-year-old boy who had fallen down a well in Morocco ended with his death. Rescue teams had to deal with landslides and boulders that slowed the efforts to get Ryan Oram, who was trapped for 4 days. World leaders, including Pope Francis, took notice of how people rallied together in trying to save the young boy.
In England, Queen Elizabeth II marked the 70th anniversary of her reign. When her father, George VI, died on February 6, 1952, the 26-year-old princess became queen. Her reign is the longest in British history and the third longest in European history.
Joe Rogan remains in the news with his second controversy in as many weeks. After multiple performers had pulled their music from Spotify in protest of Rogan's stance on COVID-19 vaccinations, the popular podcaster was forced to apologize this week for using the N-word multiple times over the past 12 years.
The Winter Olympics are underway in Beijing, China. Snowboarder Julia Marino won the first medal for the United States on Sunday with a silver in women's moguls. The U.S. women's hockey team is 3-0 on the ice, outscoring opponents 18-2. On Tuesday, they'll take on powerhouse Canada.
In local sports, the men's basketball team completely demolished the defending national champions on Saturday in Allen Fieldhouse. KU jumped out early and never looked back in an 83-59 victory over Baylor. Ochai Agbaji and Christian Brown each scored 18 points, and the Jayhawk defense limited the Bears to under 30% from the field.
KU is now 19-3 on the season and leads the Big 12 Conference by a game and a half at 8-1. The Jayhawks are in Austin, Texas today to take on the Longhorns. Tip-off is at 8 p.m. on ESPN.
The women's team won its third straight game on Sunday afternoon with a 75-60 win over TCU. The Jayhawks broke open a close game in the fourth quarter, outscoring the Horned Frogs 27-13 over the final 10 minutes. KU is now 15-5 on the season and heads to Morgantown, West Virginia on Wednesday to play the Mountaineers.
The swimming and diving team defeated Iowa State 180-120 at Ames, Iowa on Saturday. KU will finish the regular season with a record of 3 wins and 2 losses. Led by diver Jiayu Chen, the Jayhawks will next travel to Morgantown, West Virginia for the Big 12 Championships, held February 23rd through the 26th.
The track and field teams competed in Lincoln, Nebraska and again dominated the men's pole vault. Zach Bradford and Clayton Sims finished their first and second, with Andrew Saluga and Jake Friedel finished 5th and 7th respectively. The teams will split up next weekend with the select athletes headed to Clemson while most of the team travels to Iowa State.
And that will do it for today's update. Please keep watching, and after the break, Brayden will be here with the weather.
In 2018, 22 billion water bottles ended up in a landfill. A smart way to prevent waste is by using a reusable water bottle.
A reusable water bottle is an easy way to have water without using plastic.
A reusable water bottle is an alternative with many benefits. Some benefits include saving money, durability, and helping the environment. Staying hydrated is important, so you might as well save the environment and your pocket while doing so.
Hi, I'm Brady McBroom. Welcome back, and I'm here to give you the weather. All right, so for this week, we're going to be seeing so much warmer temperatures than normal. We saw a high of around 56 today, and tomorrow we can see a temperature of around 60. So yeah, it's pretty warm. With that warm temperatures, we're going to be seeing some gusty winds, especially tomorrow as well as Friday. And after those winds come through, there's going to be bringing a cold front that will move in probably around Friday night. And for right now, it is fair skies. Winds are from the southwest at 10 miles an hour, and it is sunny, and it is 56 degrees. Right now, in Kansas City, it is 53, but a little bit warmer in Ottawa and Topeka at 57, and in Leavenworth, it is 54. For tonight, we'll be seeing in Lawrence a temperature of 53 by 5 o'clock, and we're going to cool off all the way down to 39 by 11. But the skies will be clear, and winds should be coming from the southwest at around 5 miles an hour. We're going to see a low of 30 degrees, and those skies are going to be clear, so good night to look at the stars maybe. And for tomorrow, we're going to be seeing a high of 60 degrees, so like I said, bit warm, about 15 degrees warmer than average per year, or this time of year. And winds will be south from 5 to 15 miles an hour, and then they will shift to the northwest, and skies will be sunny once again. And for your 7-day forecast, we'll be seeing that warm Tuesday, and it'll cool off a bit into Thursday with a high of 51. We'll see a warm up on Friday, and we'll see a high of 60 again, but you can see that low of 23. It's going to cool down quite a bit for your weekend. And that is all I have for you. It was the first show. Glad to be back, and I hope you come back next time. Have a good evening, KU.